going to wait just a second to let some people jump on in here, and then we will get started with this live update and let you guys know what's been going on. And I'm not going to wait too long because you can always watch it later, right? All right. Hey, it's Laura Lachey. What do you say? Welcome back, family. I appreciate you guys for jumping in and joining. Thank you so much for riding with me. And for newbies that are joining this live or watching this video later for the first time, come be a part of us. Subscribe, turn on the notifications, hang out with us next time. All right, guys, so I know you have been probably thinking, man, this girl is inconsistent as all get out. And yes, I am, but no, I'm not, okay? I'm not, because life has just been bananas, busy, crazy, just unbelievable. And what's interesting is, you know, it's easier to judge other people in their journey and experience versus, you know, what you would do in that situation. So, you know, before creating content for YouTube or TikTok or Instagram, I was always like, oh yeah, I'd be able to stay on schedule Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 a.m. Oh yeah, I'd be able to do all of these things. Until then, you have to do those things and life continues to happen. So my apologies to you guys for the bit of inconsistency lately, but we're going to talk about why. So the major reason is because we have decided to jump into this whole buying and selling in 2022. I know, crazy, bananas. I don't really even know why, but I know why, okay? We decided that it was a good time to try and downsize, and it was a good time to try to expand our search of where we would live. Before, we were kind of restricted to this, you know, small little few mile radius because of all of the places that we found ourselves and the places we had to take our children. But now it's actually changed a lot. We still got to run them everywhere, but we can go out a little further and, you know, see what else is out there. So that's part of the reason, and we just don't need all of the space and things that we have now, so we can downsize. We have only 2 kids here, 2 adults and the 2 dogs, so we don't need as much as we had. Now, home buying and selling in 2022. So the reason I didn't get a video out Friday is because that's when the photographer was going to come and take pictures of the house, and we needed, Thursday we spent getting things ready and all of the things. So there was no time to get a video out, and Thursday was just crazy for a number of reasons, which that's not what this chit chat is about, okay? But I do want to throw out some tips there. If you are, let's start with the sellers, okay? If you are selling a home in 2022, right now it's the seller's market, okay? We can all agree on that. And the prices are way more expensive than they were, you know, even a year ago, 2 years ago. But if you're gonna ask for top dollar for your home, you need to be presenting top quality merchandise, home, house, whatever you want to call it, for your buyer. You guys won't believe some of the things that we have encountered as we have been looking at some of these homes. It just blows my mind. It's like you're asking for this amount for your home and it looks like this. So I have some tips just from my experience of going into these homes, what I would have liked to have seen. So if you're selling a home, take this advice, please. Okay, so the first thing is get rid of the junk. Seriously, throw it in the garage, throw it in closets, do anything other than having all of your boxes, junk, clutter, moved into the corner of the living room or piled into the bedroom or whatever. That is the most distracting thing. It's to walk into a house and try to envision this is your space with all of the junk and clutter all over the place. It is very, very difficult. And the other thing is, if you're going to be asking 2022 prices for your 2004 or earlier, I'll even say 2006, 7 or earlier home, it needs to not look like 2000, 2004 or earlier inside the home. You cannot be asking for new builder dollars and your home still has the wallpaper that you put and the window drapings and treatments that you put in 1998 or 2000. It don't worky. It just does not work. And so I just am blown away that I need to come in and then update this home, and I just spent all this money. So no, you cannot do it. That's just not. And the other thing is, if you have multiple different types of flooring in your house, know that that is going to be a hindrance to some buyers. You really need to take that into consideration. You can't have carpet in here, pergo or laminate in this room, tile in this room, or a different tile here, a different tile here, a different carpet here, and then it's the original carpet. No. And you want how much? Again, no. Try to get some consistency, or if you can, if you're selling like, look, I can't afford to redo flooring, then be willing to negotiate and knock some coins off, because I don't want that. First of all, with allergies nowadays and all of the things, nobody wants your original carpeting. Nobody wants your carpeting, period. Even if you changed it last year, you've been living on that carpet, things been getting embedded in that carpet for the last year. No, nobody wants that. So you need to be willing to come off the price or change and get some consistency in your flooring. One of the most annoying things. The other thing is with the paint. A designer told me this a long time ago. She said, always, and this was when we were building our home back in 2012, 2013. She said, always choose flat paint. And up until that point, I had only heard the opposite, that you don't choose flat paint, that you go with one of the eggshells or satin or glossier finishes that you can wipe and clean. And she said, no, do not do that. She said, always go with flat paint for two reasons. One, it softens the room and it hides some of the imperfections that are in the wall. But then also, if and when you need to touch up a spot or something happens, or you just want to freshen it up, you can just paint that spot and you can't tell the difference. And when you're selling a home, that's key. You don't want scuffed up, dirty, dingy walls. And if you have flat paint, you can just pop that little spot, that little section, without having to paint a whole wall, without having to paint a whole, room to make the paint consistent. So go get some flat paint and paint your walls and be able to touch them up easier. And then another tip that is from a prospective buyer's point of view is the fact that you really do need to depersonalize your home, because it could be a hindrance for some buyers. It really could. I'll say this, you know, what you think is valuable and awesome and something you want to share with the world, a potential buyer can come in and see that item or see that thing, and that be the turn off. Like, they can't even really function in your space because they're focusing on that item that you have hanging on the wall or sitting on your desk or whatever. So depersonalize your space as much as possible. Yeah, you might not be able to get rid of everything, but I would say get rid of a lot of it, because it really can, you know, limit your pool as far as, you know, who's willing to buy your house. What else have we experienced? Oh, leave the home. Oh my goodness. There's nothing worse than trying to look at a home when there are people in the home, or the person is sitting in the family room, or the person is sitting outside. You feel rushed, you feel like, oh, this is uncomfortable, I can't really, you know, investigate and look at the space. Yeah, don't do that. Leave, go for a walk, go sit out in your car, take your car down to the corner and park until they leave. It's not that serious, you don't need to be there. It's very awkward. We had this experience recently where there wasn't supposed to be anyone there, and our realtor knocked on the door, you know, as you do, and opened it up, and then as we're walking in, this dude comes walking from around the corner. Oh my Lanta. It was whoa, I didn't know you were here. And then it was just downhill from there. Oh yeah. The other thing is the old school rule, turn on the lights. Turn on the lights. I mean, seriously, especially if you don't have a lot of natural light flowing into your space, turn on all of the lights. Nothing worse than that. Well, there's a lot of things worse than that, but that's equally, you know, not beneficial to have all the lights off as you are trying to look in a home and it just feels dark and dingy. Don't do that to your people. And I'll say lastly, for the sellers, if you're using a realtor, even if you're not using a realtor, in this market with the prices people are asking, sacrifice a few coins and get some professional pictures taken of your property, especially if it is a little dated. You need all the help you can get, because yes, iPhones are great. I'm using an iPhone right now. I use it all the time for all of my videos. But in these pictures that you want to draw people, you got to step up the game. You really got to step up the game and get some professional photos, because sometimes you can't even get past go if you can't even really see the picture in space, and a professional photographer will be able to capture your space in the best way. So if you're going through a realtor, do not accept, their realtor's getting commission. Do not accept iPhone photo pictures for your listing. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right, now for seller, all of those things for buyers. Yeah, for buyers. And so all of that was for sellers. For the buyers, guys, stop taking junk from people. Stop taking, you know, all of these crazy requirements from people, because yes, it is a seller's market, but they're only able to have all of these demands because people are just going along with it and accepting it, feel like they don't have any choice and they have to do this. So know what your limits are, know what you're willing to accept and not accept. Know that, hey, if I gotta come in your space and I have to update it and take down wallpaper and change flooring and do all of these things, I'm not paying you new builder prices. No, this market is ridiculous, and some of these sellers are out of their whole minds, and as buyers, you do have some say. You don't have to accept it. And so be willing to walk away from a deal, especially if you see that they're trying to like price gouge you and get you into some faux bidding war that is not even a bidding war. How are you going to be in a bidding war with yourself? This one seller wanted us to basically be in a bidding war with ourselves. No, either that I'm going to always give you my best offer first, okay? I'm going to give you my best offer first. So you don't ever have to come back to me and say, okay, well, can you do this? No, I told you what I could do from the beginning. That's one of the biggest annoyances, I have with salespeople for different companies, because you'll, go in there and, oh, well, if you buy right now, we can give you X, Y, and Z. But then if you got to go home and get your checkbook and come back, then it's going to be X, Y, and Z. No, whatever it's going to be, it needs to just be that. So sellers know the buyer is giving you the offer that they want to give you. And these crazy, ridiculous bidding wars, I just don't understand them. I'm giving you my best offer, so don't come back and ask me for more money, and don't come back and ask me to make more concessions of what I'm going to accept and all that, because it's just not happening, okay? So buyers, stand your ground. Don't accept the nonsense. Be willing to walk away if it's not meeting your conditions and your requirements, because this market is out of hand. All right, what else do I have for the buyers? Be honest. Buyers, be honest. Be honest with if the selling realtor asks, hey, do you have, what wasn't your thing with the property, or what didn't you like, or whatever the case. Be honest with those realtors and sellers with whatever your apprehension was about the property, because you are helping them. You're helping them get a realistic view of their property and situation and other people's, because we always think our thing is the best thing, right? Yeah, we all do. We all think our thing is the best thing. But it's not, and it might not be for everybody, so you just need to, know what you're dealing with and getting into ahead of time, all right? I think that's about it. I mean, this whole buying and selling right now, it is not for the weak. It is not for the weak, I will tell you that. So just know it's a doozy, and be willing to go along for the ride. I'm going to try my best to get back on schedule with Monday, Wednesday, Friday, releasing at 9 a.m. My fingers are crossed. Just don't know with everything going on. And okay, let's not forget, go Bolts, right? The Lightnings, yes, the Thunder, be the Thunder. They are going to the Stanley Cup 3 times for the 3rd year in a row. And so the little time I have had, I tried to watch, some of the games. But hopefully, this final round, I'm going to actually get to go to some of the games. Fingers crossed. So I'm going to try to be consistent, people. And if there is something you want to see and hear, be sure to let me know. Leave it in the comments below. Troy and I were thinking about doing a Q&A for age gap couples, because we have a pretty significant age gap between us. We're thinking about doing an interracial couple Q&A. So if there are some questions you have about that you'd like us to answer, let me know. Leave them in the comments, and we will be sure to include those. Or if you guys want to see more foodie videos, we've been playing around with some different tricks and hacks. So let me know if you want to see that as well. All right, guys, it's been fun. It's been real fun, but gotta get back to work. Gotta get back to doing all of the things. All right, I will see you guys the next time, and stay strong.